Hello, welcome to Duncan Egg Bricks and to another LEGO Star Wars 2022 set review. Today we're looking at set number 75320, Snowtrooper Battle Pack. If you haven't seen my previous video where I reviewed set 75322 Hoth AT-ST, then you can check it out at the link in the corner or in the description. These two sets sort of go together as part of this January 2022 wave. There is also one other set which is exclusive to lego.com, which is the Rebel Trooper Minifig pack, which at the moment seems to be unavailable pretty much everywhere, so I haven't managed to get my hands on it. There is also, of course, the giant UCS AT-AT, which I will also not be getting. However, I do have the smaller scale AT-AT from, it was either last year or late 2020. I will be showing this set together with the Hoth AT-ST at the end of the video. That's just to give it a comparison and see what the whole setup looks like at the moment. Right, let's get the set built up and I will tell you what I think. And here we've got the finished set. It doesn't really take very long to build, and that's as expected. These battle packs have been coming out for quite a while now, although we didn't get any last year, and the battle packs have gone up a bit in price. I paid the full UK price of £18 for this. I know there's been lots of discussion about the pricing of these. M&R Productions did a video comparing this to the original Snowtrooper Battle Pack, which I also do have. However, I don't have it all in one piece. And overall, I think his conclusion was that the value is roughly the same, although the minifigs in this pack, as well as the massability of them with 3 Snowtroopers and then 1 Hoth Scout Trooper, is actually far better. So, you know, you can draw your own conclusions from that, but I'm pretty happy with it. So, first of all, let's take a look at the minifigs. I won't put them on the stand just because I want to be able to switch between them quickly. So we have 3 essentially identical Snowtroopers here. These are, I believe, exactly the same ones that come in the UCS AT-AT, and I believe the same that came in the Playscale AT-AT as well. And continuing the tradition that has been established recently, these all come with different heads underneath, so there's a bit of variety. So yeah, slight variety in skin tones as well as genders and expressions. All of them, I believe, in this set are all single-sided, so no alternate face prints, which isn't a big deal as they normally have their helmets and hoods on. We'll just take a look at each one individually. So this one just has a female face, which I think we've seen before, with a sort of determined expression. The printing on the torso and legs is really nice. It's continuous between the two. Obviously, we've lost the fabric, I think it's called a karma, that sort of attachment around the waist. They don't seem to get those anymore, which makes sense because you're able to position them in different positions, like sitting down and things like that. We also no longer get the backpacks, which is a little bit of a shame, as they did work with the newer helmets. This figure is almost identical, obviously slightly different face, and then his weapon is different. He's got the longer blaster with a black candle element on the end, just a little bit of an added feature there. And then the final minifigure, obviously different skin tone, gritted teeth, I should say, expression, and the shorter blaster again. So we'll just pop all the helmets back on these guys and they can just fall down behind there. I have just knocked one on the floor, but I'll retrieve them in a minute. And then the other figure that we get is exclusive to this set at the moment, and that is a Hoth Scout Trooper. Now, I don't remember seeing these at all in the film. Maybe they appear in one of the games like Star Wars Battlefront or something like that, or maybe it's an entirely new invention, which is absolutely fine because, you know, why not? LEGO have been doing that in battle packs for a while. But either way, this is a really nicely detailed figure. I don't have one of the newer style regular Scout Troopers to compare to. I believe the helmet is exactly the same and it looks fantastic. Again, it baffles me that LEGO can get this helmet so right and they get the Stormtrooper helmets not so wrong, but they can make mistakes with it. It's nice it's dual molded. We've got another different skin tone underneath, and as I said, it's a single-sided face like the others in the set. Similar actually to the Hoth Rebel Trooper in the Hoth AT-ST set that I reviewed previously, but a slightly different expression. Lovely dual molded helmet, obviously. Fantastic printing on the front and back. The main difference, I think, really being the fact that we've got these light bluish grey arms instead of black ones and matching highlights across the body. So another really great fig. Let's take a look at the 2 builds of the set, or I suppose there are really 3. The smallest one is an Eweb Cannon. This is built very similarly to the one that came in the Playscale AT-ST, except it's got the newer style of stud shooter. This is the first time I've seen one of these. I'm not quite sure why they've changed them, possibly to make them look better. I would argue that this looks far better. This, incidentally, is just a cheese slope. So this is what you get. It's made up of two pieces, this piece and then the trigger piece, which is just here. So I will show you. I've already lost one of these studs by firing it across the room. So when you pop that in, that just holds up like that, and we'll see if we can not lose it. In fact, I have my thumb over the end. Just take my word for it that this is really powerful, possibly more powerful than the previous ones. You just load it sideways like this rather than end on like the old ones. It also will take round tiles, 1x1s, which is good. So I think it's got a lot of advantages over the older style. I suppose the one disadvantage is you can't modify the projectiles. With the old one, you could add stuff onto the studs and it would also fire other things. So, you know, you can really take it or leave it. I don't know if they're going to be retiring the older style or if we're going to get handheld versions of these for the figures. That's something else to point out. Obviously, all of these guys do come with regular weapons instead of stud shooters, which is something that people have been asking for quite a while, I think. You know, it doesn't cost Lego very much to do, and I think including a stud shooter in the Eweb was sensible. Other than that, it's a nicely built little thing there. Uses the Galaxy Squad type blasters for the feet, and then just some cones and lightsaber handles and another black handle up at the top. This is probably the least interesting part of the set, is this snowbank. It's shaped up quite effectively, just uses a couple of wedge plates underneath, a bunch of slopes and smaller dark bluish grey ones to make up the textured surface. I don't really remember the Empire actually being in trenches. This is more like what the Hoth troops would actually be, not the Hoth, the Rebel troops I should say, would be hiding behind. So when I do go ahead and make my little Hoth mock, which I'm going to do, I think I will repurpose this for the Rebels. Nothing much to say about this apart from the macro binoculars clipped onto the back. And finally, we have a build which is actually not exclusive at all, although it is new. This also comes twice in the UCS AT-ST, I believe with very slight differences in that these are the other way up for some reason. I think it looks better like this. But anyway, it's the most recent design of a speeder bike. It's quite interesting how we've gone from a design that used the old tricycle piece as quite a large piece, with a few add-ons to this, which is entirely built out of smaller pieces, and I think it looks really, really good. It's probably the best one that Lego have designed. I might make some alterations to it, as I altered the one that came with the Playscale AT-ST. Major changes, just changing the width of this and making it 1 wide instead of 2, but other than that it looks really good, and I like all the details. It doesn't have a clip to hold the Scout Trooper's weapon, although you could take off the megaphone underneath here, which I'm not sure if that's a nod to the original Star Wars blasters, because that's what these were. I say that's what these were. They were always megaphones first of all, and then were repurposed as Star Wars blasters, or if it's another detail or something like that. But you could always take that off and put the handheld blaster on instead. Does come with a printed control panel. That is the only printed part outside of the minifigs in this set. So yeah, it's a nice little bike. It also means that the Scout Trooper can sit on it without fully sitting down, so it kind of gets it closer to how the Scout Troopers would actually be sitting on the bikes. Obviously, this is, you know, minifigs are limited by the fact they've only got 1 point of articulation in their legs, and in actuality, the minifig's legs, or the actual fig's legs, their feet would be down on these pedals here. So there's a little bit of a distance, but you get the idea, and I think that looks really good on the bike there. So there we go, that is all of this set. I will just retrieve the fig that fell on the floor and grab the Hoth AT-ST so we can do a bit of a comparison. When I say comparison, I do really just mean taking a look at the entire setup all together. There isn't really a comparison between the massive AT-ST towering over everything else. The Rebels do seem to be a little bit outnumbered, with just Chewie and Rebel Trooper over on this side and everyone else working for the Empire. Of course, there is that Rebel Trooper minifig pack, which I was talking about at the beginning, but which sadly doesn't seem to be too widely available yet. So there we go, that's everything you get if you buy both of these sets. I think it's a nice setup overall. Total cost for me would have been £63 for all of this, so it's not cheap. Obviously, you're paying a little bit of a premium for a Star Wars set, or both Star Wars sets, but I think ultimately these are really worth it. I think LEGO's really gone back to basics and designed stuff from the ground up. As I mentioned in my AT-ST review, I think they've really done a good job with that. And I think the Battle Pack, even though it's a little bit pricier than what we've had in the past, is a pretty good deal and is very massable if you did want to get multiples of them. So if you can find them in stock, I would think it's a very good idea to go out and grab yourself one before they all disappear again. So there we go. That was my thoughts on set 75320, the Hoth Battle Pack? Is it the Hoth Battle Pack, or is it it's the Snowtroopers Battle Pack? Already forgotten the name, that's not good. And yeah, so this is the start of what will hopefully be my Hoth display. I'm going to do some rearranging of my shelves and other things that are on display, and keep your eyes peeled, and I will get that out very soon. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this set. Subscribe to the channel for more. I will pop a LEGO affiliate list link in the description of the video in case you want to grab this set or indeed anything else. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.